Ito ang 106.3 Dance Radio. Dance Radio.
Prepare yourself.
Ang silid-aralan sa radyo, hatid namin ay makabagong paraan ng pagtuturo at kalaman. Mapaumaga, tanghali o hapon man yan, ang istasyong magbibigay impormasyon kahit saan man.
For something big.
Alright, here we go.
106.3 Dance Radio. Doña Aurora National High School, Santa Rita, Aurora, Isabela.
This
106.3 DWBR-FM. Facts and information. Today's learning for you normal with capable teachers whose heart and soul are divine. Delivered knowledge inside your home through 106.3 Dance Radio. Fully dedicated to serve the public in tribute to education, reproduce of radio-based instruction. We are pleased to deliver the utmost aim of education. Only here on 106.3 TWDR-FM.
Yes, good morning, good morning. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. Good morning, learners. Good morning, grade 9. Good morning to all our viewers right now sa lahat po ng naabot ng aming himpilan. Muli ho, isang magandang umaga. English Horizon for grade 9. At with me is Sir Vicente Rodriguez. Ang siya pong kasama po natin ngayon. Okay, sir.
Okay, how are you today, my dear listeners and viewers? Good morning. I hope everyone is safe and sound. I am Sir Vic, bringing you the sequel episode called The Second Conditionals in today's lesson. I extend my greetings of love and care to all grade 9 learners, especially to my classes 9 Pasture and 9 SPA. With me now are my fellow English 9 mentors and your current English teachers, my dear learners. Teacher Susana B. Dumon, ma'am.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Teacher Shirley Acosta, ma'am.
Good morning.
And Teacher Dennis Mendoza,
Hello.
who are standing also their regards to you learners. Say hello, Madam Sue.
Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, hi, hi. Good morning. It's English time. Hello, hello, hello. 9 Mendel from Ma'am Venus Delintao. Hi, hi, hi to 9 Anonas, 9 Atis, and 9 Chico from Ma'am Beverlyn L. Ramirez. Hi, 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 of course, to 9 Darwin from yours truly, Ma'am Susana P. Dumon. Hello, hello to all our listeners. Keep it right here on 106.3 Dance Radio. Hi, 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 Ma'am Shirley.
Okay,
Hello.
so may I also greet my learners, 9 Calamansi and 9 Dalandan. Okay, may I also greet the classes of Teacher Rosabel and Teacher Raquel. So, we have 9 Macopa and 9 Mango, 9 Lanzones, and at the same time, 9 Avocado. Okay?
And
How
Sir
about you, Sir
Dennis?
Dennis?
Yes, 9 Guyabano ha. Binabati ko ang mga 9 Guyabano. And please stay tuned ha. Please stay tuned lang po kayo.
Good morning greetings to you, Mayor Joseph Christian Wee, and the ever-workaholic officer in charge, Sir Rodrigo V. Pascua, our Assistant Principal, Madam Ruby Guillermo, to Head Teacher, Madam Ofelia Ralutin, and of course, to the English Learning Area Mentors. Good morning.
Today, you are going to listen to our third RBI lesson for the first quarter, which is about unreal conditionals. As you listen, you should be able to define unreal conditionals, identify their types and uses, differentiate independent from dependent clause used in unreal conditionals, and Give examples of present and interrogative unreal conditionals. My dear learners, our lesson is very essential because you are going to learn how to construct grammatically correct conditional statements. Ayan. At hindi lamang yan, sir, meron din kaming provide na mga prizes.
Yes.
To all participants na makakapagbigay sa amin ng mga kasagutan sa bawat katanungan. At dahil dyan, pupunta na po tayo sa ating RBI lesson for this day. Hi!
See you later.
Dance Radio, silip aralan sa radyo, atid namin makabago, paraan ang pagtuturo.
Wala nang makakapigil pa. Sulong Arangkada 106.3 Dance Radio sa Aurora, Isabela.
Edukasyo'y susulong, basta't magtulong-tulong, sulong edukalidad. Dance Radio, learning is amazing.
Language,
Grammar and Literature,
a program that will develop your vocabulary.
Comprehension, Critical and Analytical Skills.
This is the English Learning Area.
English Learning Area.
Only here on 106.3 the WDRFM Dance Radio.
Dance Radio, where learning is amazing.
Hey, our dear listeners, especially the grade 9 students, this is your school on the air and it's English time. We are glad to be with you. Make it a habit to tune in our station 106.3 FM Dance Radio. Dance Radio. I am your host for today, Teacher Dennis Mendoza. With me is Teacher Michael John M. Tumulak, our technical specialist. Let's learn about conditionals today. Let us now begin our lesson. And to start with our lesson for today, may I introduce to you your radio teacher, Teacher Catherine Ordinario.
How are you today? Are you still healthy and strong? I hope we are all alive and kicking, despite of the pandemic we are still experiencing till now. Oh, by the way, Christmas is fast approaching.
Yay!
We could really feel now the spirit of Christmas through songs played over the radio, lanterns hanging around, and colorful lights everywhere. Hope we could still celebrate the season with our loved ones. What is your idea of perfect Christmas? Let us listen and be inspired by these lyrics of Jose Marichan. All right, we could still celebrate Christmas and we could still make it perfect as long as we are with the people closest in our hearts. Our objectives for today are 1. Identify the features of present and real conditionals. 2. Give examples of present and real conditionals. 3. Differentiate present real conditionals and present unreal conditionals. And 4. Respond to tasks given pertaining to the topic. I want you to get your module now so that you could follow. Get ready because you are in for a ride. Ready? Before we begin, let us recall what we discussed last meeting. Could you still recall what conditional statement is? We define conditionals as type of sentence that states a condition and the outcome of that condition occurring. It is signaled by if clause and the result clause or vice versa. Thus, conditionals involve condition and outcome signaled by if. Did you get it?
Yes, ma'am.
This time, let's also recall the types of conditional we had last meeting. Anyone who could tell the types? All right, we have present real conditionals and the present unreal conditionals. What type of conditionals did we tackle first? Very good! We discussed the present real last meeting. And when do we say that conditionals are in the present real? Conditionals are in the present real when both parts of the conditional statement, the if clause and the result clause, take the present form of the verb. I'll repeat. Present real conditionals take the present form of the verb. Moreover, real conditionals talk about real situations in the present or near future. The present real conditional is the most basic kind of conditional. Basically, when A happens, B happens. Here's an example of a present real conditional. If it rains, I bring an umbrella. Again, if it rains, I bring an umbrella. Conditionals have two parts. The if clause, if it rains, and the result clause, I bring an umbrella. You could also say, I bring an umbrella if it rains. In writing them, notice that if clause is written before the result clause, we need to insert comma, but if result clause is written first before if clause, you don't need to put comma in between. Again, in writing them, if the if clause is written before the result clause, we need to insert comma. But if the result clause is written first before if clause, you don't need to put comma in between. Is everything clear to you now?
Yes, ma'am.
We'll be right back after this reminder.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome to Spelling Bee Elimination Round. Spell the word typhoon. Typhoon. T-Y F-O-O-N.
In doubt about the correct spelling of confusing words, be diligent in learning spelling rules to improve your English writing skills. A friendly reminder from the English department Doña Aurora National High School, and this station.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. I have just finished accomplishing the task found in my module. How can I send you my outputs for checking and feedbacking?
Oh, that's a nice question. There are actually 3 ways for a student like you to submit your outputs. 1. It could be via online. That is, if you are capable to connect online. You can just upload your outputs in your Google Classroom, or you can take pictures and send them through your group chat or messenger account.
Ma'am, how about if we do not have internet connection?
If you do not have internet connection, you can submit your accomplished tasks in 2 ways. 1. You can ask your parents to submit your outputs in the designated drop-off center. 2. You can save your outputs if you have available flash drive, CD, or DVD at home, and submit it in the designated drop-off center in your respective barangay.
Wow! It's nice to know that there are varied ways on how we can submit our accomplished task.
Always remember, for submission of outputs, you can do it via online, offline, or physical submission. Because at Dance, we make amazing things possible.
I'm back! This time, I want you to bring out your notes and let's check the task given to you last meeting. The instruction given was, you are going to complete the statements with the appropriate result clause for items 1 and 2, while if clause for items 3 and 4. Ready? Let's start with the first item. Whenever I feel tired, I take a rest. Or, whenever I feel tired, I listen to music. For the second item, if I have extra money, I share it with my younger brother. Or, if I have extra money, I save it in my piggy bank. Take note that both clauses use the present form of the verb. This time, let's proceed with items 3 and 4. For number 3, if I can't answer all the tasks given on my module, my mother helps me with my homework. And last but not the least, item 4. Every time I feel bored, I read. Get it? Is the present real conditionals clear to you now?
Yes, ma'am.
Great job! You are now ready to venture with the next type of conditional. The next type of conditional that we're going to talk about is the present unreal conditional. Use the present unreal conditional to talk about what you would do in an unreal or imaginary situation. This conditional provides an imaginary result for a given situation. This means it is very unlikely that the condition will be fulfilled. Tense in the if clause is the simple past, and the tense in the result clause is simple present. Here's the formula. Again, you have to listen carefully. If or when plus simple past on the if clause, and would, should, could, or might plus simple present of the verb in the independent clause. I repeat, in the if clause, if or when plus simple past of the verb. And in the independent clause, would, should, could, or might plus simple present in the result clause. For example, if I were you, I would take the job. In this conditional, we usually use were instead of was in the if clause, even if the pronoun is I, he, she, or it. Where is in a subjunctive form, while in the independent clause, would plus the simple present verb take is used. The key word is would. It makes the conditional unreal. Would can only be used in the result clause of the sentence. Another example is, if I were an animal, I would like to be a panda. What simple past verb is used in the if clause? Correct! It's were. How about on the result clause? What keyword and verb are used? Absolutely! The words would and like. The other example from your module is, if I were you, I should start saving money. Notice that the verb used in the if clause is were, which is in the simple past tense, while in the result clause, should is the keyword and start is the simple present verb. Again, you may use if or when in the if clause. The usual structure of conditionals, which is if clause plus result clause, could be reversed by letting the result clause to come first before the if clause. Like for instance, if it rained, comma, I would get wet. You may also say, I would get wet if it rained. Does the meaning remain if it is reversed in the structure? Yes, you are correct. But this time, we don't need to insert comma if the result clause comes first. Get it?
Yes, ma'am.
You can try constructing your own sentence of the second type of conditional in your notebook. I hope you constructed a grammatically correct sentence. Let us deal with additional examples. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Jot down on your notes so that you could follow. First, imagine that you are going to school early in the morning. Then, upon entering the gate, you will deal with this kind of scenario. If the guard asked for your ID and you did not present it, then you wouldn't be allowed to get in. Again, if the guard asked for your ID and you did not present it, then you wouldn't be allowed to get in. What have you noticed with the verb asked in the if clause? You're correct! The verb asked has ed, signifying that its form is in the past tense. Asked. Again, asked. While in the result clause, we use wouldn't. Next sentence, if I were a millionaire, I would buy a castle. Again, if I were a millionaire, I would buy a castle. Simply, if I were a millionaire is the if clause, and I would buy a castle is the result clause. Again, Just a short recap. Present unreal conditionals indicate a situation which is only imagined or in someone's mind. It is also known as second conditionals. To form present unreal conditionals, use past tense in the if clause and would plus the base form of the verb in the main clause. To check your understanding of the topic, I want you to answer the following questions with the correct conditional statements. Jot down these questions on your notes and be ready to answer after a short reminder. Here's the first question. If Santa would come to town this Christmas, what gift would you like to receive? I'll repeat. If Santa would come to town this Christmas, what gift would you like to receive? Second one, what would you do if you had 1,000,000 pesos? Again, what would you do if you had 1,000,000 pesos? Be ready with your answer after this short reminder.
Let us widen your vocabulary.
Spell the word typhoon, which means a tropical storm in the region of the Indian or Western Pacific Oceans. Typhoon. T-Y-P-H-O-O-N. Typhoon. Use it in a sentence.
Use it.
Use it. The Philippines is visited on the average by 20 or more typhoons every year.
This vocabulary development is brought to you by English Learning Area of Doña Aurora National High School and this station.
Do you encounter problems in accomplishing the different activities in your modules or learning activity sheets?
Worry no more because your teachers are always ready to guide and assist you. You can send your questions or clarifications in 2 easy ways. 1. Call or text, and 2. Private message. So easy, right? Remember, at Doña Aurora National High School, we make amazing things possible.
This reminder is brought to you by Doña Aurora National High School and this station.
I'm back! I guess you're done with the tasks given. I want you to check your own answers with these possible conditional statements. First, if Santa would come to town this Christmas, I would ask for sumptuous Noche Buena. Again, if Santa would come to town this Christmas, I would ask for sumptuous Noche Buena. Did you get it? Try to compare what you've constructed and analyze whether you almost have the same sentence pattern. Next, let's proceed with the second one. If I had 1,000,000 pesos, I would buy a house and lot. Or, if I had 1,000,000 pesos, I would donate for the victims of Typhoon Rolly. We used the same pattern in the if clause and result clause. The presence of verb had and modal would signify the past form of the verb. Did you get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Bear in mind that in forming the present unreal conditionals, use past tense in the if clause and would plus base form of the verb in the main clause. Conditionals are sometimes called if clauses, and they describe the result of something that might happen. There are two types of conditionals: the present real and present unreal conditionals. In present conditionals, the formula is if plus simple present of the verb, while on the unreal conditionals, if or when plus simple past form of the verb, would, should, could, or might, plus simple present of the verb. Now, are you ready for short exercises? Refer to your module on pages 12 to 15. For the first exercise, titled Real or Unreal, identify the type of each of the following conditionals. Write real for present real conditional and unreal for present unreal conditional. You may continue this activity after this broadcast. Are you ready for the next activity?
Yes, ma'am.
For exercise number 2, titled Complete Me, all you have to do is to complete the dependent clause to make a meaningful sentence. The if clause is given. Then, think of a result clause that will complete the sentence. You may continue this activity after this broadcast. Could you follow, my dear learners? For exercise 3, titled Presenting Arguments Using Present Real Conditionals, what is your stand in each of the illustrated issues below? Use present real conditionals in presenting your arguments. You may continue this activity after this broadcast. For exercise 4, titled Presenting Arguments Using Present Unreal Conditionals, you are going to express agreement or disagreement by answering the given situations using present unreal conditionals. You may continue this activity after this broadcast. And for exercise 5, titled Creating a Poem, you have to write a poem related to social issues using real and unreal conditionals. Read carefully the rubrics for your guidance. Please answer all the exercises in your module from pages 12 to 14. That's all for our lesson for today. Just call me up or send me a message if there is anything else that I can do for you. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye!
You have just heard the lesson on conditionals. I hope everything is clear. Our next lesson is the types of communicative style. You may read your module in advance so that you could catch up with our next airing. Make sure to tune in our school's radio station, 106.3 FM, DWDR Dance Radio, where learning is amazing. On behalf of the production team, we would like to acknowledge our technical specialist, Teacher Michael John Tumulak, and of course, our scriptwriter, Teacher Shirley C. Acosta. Once again, thank you for being with us. This is your host, Teacher Dennis Mendoza, saying goodbye. God bless.
Language,
Grammar,
and Literature,
a program that will develop your vocabulary,
Comprehension,
Critical and Analytical Skills.
This is the English Learning Area. Only here on 106.3 DWDR-FM Dance Radio.
where learning is amazing.
Dance Radio, silip alalan sa radyo, atid namin makabago, paraan
Wala nang makakapigil pa. Sulong Arangkada 106.3 Dance Radio sa Aurora, Isabela.
Edukasyo'y susulong, basta na magtulong-tulong. Sulong edukalidad, Dance Radio. Learning is amazing.
My warm hello to grade 9 learners. Hope you are having a wonderful time listening or watching to our live discussion today. Here's the flow of the discussion today, my dear learners. First, I'll give you the overview about our topic today. Second, Teacher Shirley will give you the processing of evaluation activity of the previous lesson. Teacher Susan will discuss the features of present and real conditionals. And Teacher Dennis will give you the sentence structure of constructing the order of the unreal conditional clauses. Be sure you have your pen and paper beside you as we explore the beauty of the universal language, English. So, let the class begin. Our lesson on unreal conditionals is a sequel and the opposite of real conditional clauses. The zero conditional or the real conditional is called the first conditional clause, while the unreal conditional is the second conditional clause. If we think and imagine the real, factual, through natural conditions or phenomena or real situations, we come to work on the opposite, the unreal, the fanciful, the false, the imaginary, the illusory ideas beyond the real world. This time, this is now the continuation of the last week's topic on conditional statements presented by Ma'am Shirley. And we have to get crazier this time on the questions like the what ifs. Sir Dennis? The first question, kindly read the first picto sentence.
Okay, it says here, what if mosquitoes were as large as dogs? Yes, as dog.
And then answer the question.
Okay. Thank you,
Sir
sir.
Dennis.
So, if mosquitoes were as large as dog, their venom may be more fatal than venomous snakes, tarantula, and giant scorpions. We might discover them to be the most delicious protein source recipe, solving protein-induced malnutrition, and their sting to be developed into antibody to combat COVID-19.
Oh, I like that answer, sir.
Big.
Yes.
That's
The
a big.
cement recipe, you have the blood meal, dinuguan.
Dinuguan.
Okay, how about the second question, Ma'am Susan?
Oh, the second question. What if ice cream in cones grow on trees with all the flavors? Rocky Road, Double Dutch, vanilla, chocolate.
Cheese.
Okay. What if ice cream in cones grow on trees? Oh, what a magic tree that would be, sir. Where can I get them? If ice cream cones grow on trees, I would have a luxurious and lucrative business without a capital. With a signage, of course. The name of my ice cream parlor would be Susanna's Ice Cream House.
Wow.
Okay, and then I will allure children fond of eating ice cream, especially if my ice cream in cones producing tree manufactures flavors which aren't available in stores. However, realistically, eating too much ice cream is bad for diabetics. So what's your sugar level intake?
Okay, they possibly be found in the three mountain ranges in Luzon, Philippines, Ma'am Sue. They
Okay.
might be found in the Cordillera, Caraballo, and Sierra Madre mountains. Okay, how about Ma'am She?
Okay, for the third, what ifs? Okay, what if all our students have high-tech and free internet, but they use them 24/7?
No
Oh,
sleeping
how
at
bad.
Yes.
Okay, no sleep,
Okay.
instant food intake, and junk drinks, less or no exercise, or what we call the sedentary lifestyle. So it's a big no, no, no for our learners.
Correct.
So I'm thinking of the attention deficiency syndrome, common to learners who are addicted to using gadgets till wee hours. So children born in year 2000 and beyond are called the generation Z, or we call them as Gen Z, Teacher Susan.
Okay.
Okay?
Gen Z.
So these are the children who are fond of computer, or they are in the computer age. So they are not protected to COVID-19. So the tendency is they may get poor nutrition, poor health habits, and poor lifestyle.
I think there's somebody whom you had explained last time about a neighbor of yours who can use the gadget for 24 hours. Kindly tell them in this activity, Ma'am She.
Okay? So actually, with the use of gadgets, our dear learners, we just need to practice self-discipline, at the same time self-control with the use of it. Because with our previous discussion last meeting, majority of our learners nowadays are spending their time for gadgets. The tendency is they lack sleep.
So they
Okay?
should have an 8-hour regular sleep every night, not during daytime.
Yes.
Okay.
It's still a matter of discipline
Yes, and
control.
And parents din siguro, parents mas
Not tolerate.
mas put some restriction sa
Yes.
paggamit ng bata ng mga cellphones.
Especially the use of Wi-Fi.
Yes.
So, our parents have still the control. Okay?
Okay, what have you noticed on the questions I asked, my dear learners? They are unrealistic. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes.
They are
Yes,
impossible
sir.
to happen. But
Yes,
at
sir.
one point, they reveal some truth that titillates our creativity and imagination. This time, my dear learners, let us move on to the review of the previous lesson. Let us see how retentive your memory is on the topic zero conditionals. But Ma'am Shirley, take it away.
Okay, let us have a review of the zero conditionals. Okay, again, for the structure of conditional statements, we have two, the if clause and the result clause. When we say if clause, an if clause is a statement that expresses a condition, while a result clause is a possible outcome of the phrase or clause. So, those things compose conditional statements. So, the if clause and the result clause. Okay, let's go over with the sentences given to you last time. Okay, may we review? So, the first one, whenever my brother listens to a hip-hop song, he dances to the beat. Okay, so what form of the verbs listen and dance should be used in this sentence? So, maybe you notice, our dear learners, that both verbs have S, or what we call the present form of the verb. So, we use for zero conditionals the S form or the present form. So, my brother listens, then he dances. So, the subject goes with the verb. Okay? So, does this sentence express fact, instruction, rule, or habit? Okay, so what do you think would be the answer for this? Okay, so the statement connotes a habit.
A habit, yes.
Okay. Next, let us proceed with the next one. If you want to see the menu on the screen, press this button twice. Okay, same question as in number 1. Okay, what form of the verbs once and press should be used in the statement? Okay, so simply, we don't need to write once for you. If you want, simply if you want to see the menu on the screen. Okay, the verb press, okay, we need to remove ed. Simply, we will just put the present form, press this button twice. Okay, why not presses? Because you, I guess here disappeared. Okay, so the correct verb is press. Okay, if you are going to insert you press this button twice. So simply, okay, from the statement, we need to say press this button twice without ed. Okay, still on the present form of the verb. Okay, so if you are going to say it again, if you want to see the menu on the screen, press this button twice. So that's the correct answer, our dear learners. Okay, so does this sentence express fact, instruction, rule, or habit? Okay, what do you think is the answer for this? Okay, so it's an instruction. Okay, so let us test also your knowledge about what we learned last week for item number 3. Okay, try to answer on the chat box.
Ito na ba? Yes.
Okay.
Ito na ba yung merong ano? Ito na ba yung merong...
Yes,
rice?
we are going to have again perfect match for this.
Yes.
Okay, our learners will choose the grammatically correct statement from the choices given. Okay, and then we are going to identify the statement, whether the statement expresses fact for letter A, B, instruction, C, rule, and D, habit. Okay, so our dear learners, it's time for you to
key in your answer to our chat box.
Key
Is it
in your
A,
answers on
B, or C?
chat box.
Okay.
Okay, let's have the third statement.
And there must
If
be
you
two
study in
answers.
the library, please stay quiet. So our verbs are study and stay. Again, if you study in the library, please stay quiet. Okay, so here are the choices. A, if you studies in the library, please stay quiet. Again, A, if you studies in the library, please stay quiet. Letter B, if you study in the library, please stay quiet. Again, for letter B, if you study in the library, please stay quiet. Okay, and for letter C, if you study in the library, please stay quiet. Again, if you study in the library, for letter C, please stay quiet. Okay, you may decide now for the correct statement from the given choices.
Yes, winners will receive a 30 pesos worth of
yes, a 30 peso worth of
Gerald
load.
Fernandez of 9 Atis answers 3, C, and C.
C and C.
Okay, so our so
we have a winner.
Gerald, he answered C and C.
Yes.
Okay. Very good,
Gerald,
Gerald.
you're the winner for
Congratulations.
Actually,
Actually, marami na pong sumagot, kaya lang pinili na natin kagad yung tamang sagot.
Tamang
sagot.
Yes, marami
Okay.
pong sumagot. Yung naunang tamang sagot.
Correct.
Okay, so we have letter C. If you study in the library, please stay quiet.
Yes, congratulations,
Okay, so
Gerald.
the form of verb is as it is. No changes. So we don't need to insert any more S form.
Yes.
You study, then stay quiet. And
That
that
is
statement would mean
It's
a rule.
It's a rule.
A rule. It is
Yes,
a
so
rule.
it's a combination of both letter C's. Letter C. Okay. So congratulations, Gerald of what section, Sir Dennis?
9 Atis.
Okay, Gerald of 9 Atis. Okay,
You have 30 pesos
congratulations.
worth of loan.
Okay, just inform your advisor about your subject teacher
Subject
about
teacher,
your
yes. Na ikaw yung nanalo, anak.
and give your phone number.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So both verbs remain in the base. Okay, simple or infinitive form used in the present tense after the subject you in the first clause and you again, though we don't see you, it is omitted in the imperative sentence in the second clause. Okay, please stay quiet. So the sentence states a rule. Okay, so congratulations again, Gerald. Notice that the word if is constantly used in sentences. It asserts that a certain condition is to be met, called conditionals, and they are called real conditionals because they express factual and true conditions.
You
Okay?
can add the previous assignment you have given, Ma'am Xie. Please
Yes.
continue.
So last time I had given you 2 statements that you are going to complete. Okay, could you still remember them, our dear learners? Okay, for the first statement, okay, if you're an optimist, okay, just check your assignment whether you supplied the correct verb, especially in the present form. Okay, if you're an optimist, okay, it means you always blank. So that was the statement given. So you may express your statement this way. So if you're an optimist, it means you always think positively. Okay, you may simply answer that way. Again, if you're an optimist, it means you always think positively. Notice that the verb used is in the present form. Think. You think. Okay, for the second one, try also to check your answer. Okay, I try to blank if I'm having a bad day. Okay, so possible answer would be, I try to smile if I'm having a bad day. Again, the verb used is in the present form, smile. Okay, that's how simple zero conditionals are, our dear learners. Okay,
Okay.
so for the next type of conditional, Sir Vic would tell something you about it.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Xie. Ma'am Susan reviews you once more about conditionals. Ma'am Su?
Yes, I'm back to continue. Conditionals are statements expressing the result of a particular condition. Do you still remember the types of conditionals? Okay, yes, you are right. We have zero conditional, first conditional, second conditional, and third conditional. We'll just focus on the second conditional for now, which is present unreal conditionals. We'll focus on how to construct them and most importantly, when to use them in our conversation. So what is an unreal conditional sentence, which is also known present unreal conditional type 1? It has an if clause. That is a condition that is not real, it is not real, it is imaginary, or it is unlikely to occur. It is hypothetical, meaning not real or being in an imagined situation. If is used in the present unreal conditionals because it is describing a hypothetical or imaginary situation. May we have one example? Imaginary situation, ha? If I were a millionaire, I would help the needy. If I were a millionaire, I would help the needy. Notice that the sentence follows the if clause and the result clause. Thus, if plus simple past clause, that is in the hypothetical condition, then in the hypothetical result, would plus the verb, but it should be in its base form. Okay, so after the modal would, you will use verb in its base form. Now, in reversing the clause order, we use would plus verb plus if plus simple past. Okay, let's take the example a while back. If I were a millionaire, I would help the needy. In reversing the clause order, we'll say, I would help the needy if I were a millionaire. So, take note, reverse clause order, we use would plus verb plus if plus simple past. It is common to use where in all forms of be, like am, is, are, was, or be, in the if clause regardless of the subject. Okay. So reversed order, I would help the needy if I were a millionaire. You can notice, my dear learners, that if we use the if clause to introduce the unreal conditional sentence, we use comma to separate the dependent and the independent clause.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ma'am Sue. This time, let us see how accurate your memory is. Let us have this pattern practice.
Okay,
Are you
pattern
ready?
practice.
Okay, so you need to listen
Let's start
carefully.
from letter A. Sir Dennis, kindly read the sentence and fill up or give the answer for sentence number 1.
Yes, it says here that I need to fill in the where and would plus the base form. This is the number 1. Okay, number 1, if I, the close and open parenthesis is am, here right now, I would, open close parenthesis, comes and rescue you. Hindi pala ako narinig. Sorry! Ang sarap na ng discussion ko. Okay. Ulitin ko, I will pay. Okay. So I just need to, guys, listen. You just need to fill the blank with where and would plus the base form. So ganoon siya kadali. So the first one is if I, the open and close parenthesis, am here right now, I would, open and close parenthesis, comes and rescue you. So my answer is, perhaps this is a possible answer. If I were here right now, I would come and rescue you because the word come is the base form of the word comes. Okay? And I just add the word where in the first sentence. So yun lang kadali yun.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the answer.
Yes, Sir Dennis. Next, may we have Ma'am Sue for
Okay.
number 2.
Thank you, sir. Remember the pattern, where and would plus the base form of the verb. For number 2 example, we have if I, then of course the verb inside the parenthesis is am, then your mother, I would, then the verb inside the parenthesis is giving. You the best love and care good mothers have. So what should be the correct form of the verbs inside the parentheses? Okay, may we have the answer? I would give you the best love and care good mothers have if I were your mother.
Wow.
Okay, that's it. If I were your mother.
And now, Ma'am Shea for number 3 of the third sentence.
Okay, for the third statement, we have, you need to listen well. If I, blank, so then close verb is am. Okay? I would blank, the enclosed verb is bought, housing lots for the indigent families. Okay, so we need to focus with the pattern given, the use of where and would plus the base form. So we don't need or we don't hear if I am a king. So simply, we need to change the verb am with where. So we may say, if I were a king, okay, that's the usual expression. Again, we cannot say or hear if I am a king. If I were a king, I would, you're going to convert the past form bought into the present form or the base form. So the present form of bought is buy, the base form. So we may say, I would buy housing lots for the indigent families. Again, for the third statement, for the correct statement, if I were a king, I would buy housing lots for the indigent families. Okay, that's it. As simple as that, our dear learners, for the pattern practice.
Okay, Sir Dennis, kindly give the quiz for this number 4.
Yes, sir. Now we have here the reverse clause order. Again, it's your turn, learners. So just need to choose the correct answer. Okay. So ito na ha. Another. This is the question. If
We go back to number 4.
Pardon, sir. Pardon, sir.
Number 4.
Number 4. Yes.
Namili.
This is number 4. Actually, this is number 4.
I mean, we have number 4 there.
We still have number 4.
We still have number 4.
Ay, wala,
Yes,
wala.
for number 4.
Okay.
Okay. Actually,
sige,
ano
just
yun,
go on.
type lang. Okay. So, ito yung ano ha, ito po yung sasagutin yung mga anak. Oo. If I blank, that's a close and open parenthesis am, a rich man, I would, again, the close and open parenthesis sought, a charity organization that helps distribute my material donations to typhoon victims. So, you just need to choose A, B, or C. Right, sir?
Yes.
Tama ka? Okay.
And
Ito.
for this item, Teacher Dennis, they will receive a 50 peso worth of loan.
Ito ba yun?
Okay,
Ito ba siya?
50 pesos.
Okay, let's see whether they understood the pattern given a while back.
Remember the pattern. Where? Would.
Okay.
Punta na tayo
Base
dito.
form of the verb.
Okay, for the statement, so you listen well. If I, so are we going to go there already? Okay, so if I blank a rich man, I would blank sought a charity organization that helps distribute my material donations to typhoon victims. Again, if I, the verb and clause is am, a rich man, I would,
Balikan natin.
the verb and clause is sought a charity organization that helps distribute my material donations to typhoon victims. Okay, so we have here the choices. Letter A, I would sought a charity organization that helps distribute my material donations to typhoon victims if I were a rich man. Letter B, I would seek a charity organization that helps distribute my material donations to typhoon victims if I were a rich man. And letter C, I will seek a charity organization that helps distribute my material donations to typhoon victims if I were a rich man. Okay, so you don't forget to type the item number plus the letter of your choice.
Okay. Hanap lang tayo ng mayroong tamang sagot. Lahat ng karamihang sagot nila ay letter C. So, titignan po natin kung sino po ang nakakuha ng tamang sagot. Yan, letter C. Okay. Ito na meron po tayo ha. From Nine Guyabano.
Yes.
Ito si Jasmine Bautista Akpal. Kahit tignan nyo talaga siya kasi ang sagot po ba ay letter, sagot niya ay letter B.
Letter B.
Sagot niya letter B. Wala na ako ibang nakita.
So, letter B is, I would seek a charity organization that helps distribute my material donations to typhoon victims if I were a rich man.
Yes.
I guess Teacher Vic will
Explain for
explain
them.
why letter B.
Yes, sir. Sige po.
Okay, may we move first to the reverse clause order which we missed a while ago. So, Sir Dennis, kindly reverse the sentence order in sentence number 1.
Yes, we have the sentence number 1 kung mababalik po tayo. Kasi tanong nila, sir, nagbago yata. Bakit,
Yes,
bakit reverse
maybe.
clause yung pinasagot natin?
Reverse clause.
Reverse
Oo.
clause.
Ito maganda. Ito maganda.
That's why it's
Nasagot
word.
nyo nang hindi
Nasagot
namin
nyo.
tinalakay. Kasi alam
Word.
nyo.
Yes.
Oo, di
And
ba?
that's the reason why this word
Yes.
50 pesos.
So, word
Yes, yes,
of
50
law.
pesos.
Yes.
Ganun yun, ha?
Okay.
Yun ang twist doon.
Yes.
Pero siyempre, hindi namin kayo iiwanan ng hindi nyo nalalaman. So, ganito po ginagawa natin dyan. Okay.
Yes.
We have the number 1. Kung babalik po tayo sa number 1, ito yun, ha? Sabi po na sa number 1, if I were here right now, I would come and rescue you. Okay? So, kung ito po ay gagawin natin in reverse, in reverse order, siyempre, ang sagot natin ay, I would come and rescue you if I were here right now.
Yes, that's for number 1.
Ginawa yan yata kayo
Yes,
Susan.
because I've given them a hint.
Yeah!
It's a hint.
Ang galing.
Yeah.
How about Ma'am Sue?
Okay, number 2, if I were your mother, I would give you the best love and care good mothers have. I answered that using the reverse order
Yes.
a while back because I want to give them a hint. So, I would give you the best love and care good mothers have if I were your mother.
Yes.
And then Ma'am
Okay,
She.
and for the third statement, if I were a king, I would buy housing lots for the indigent families. In the reverse order, I may say, I would buy housing lots for the indigent families if I were a king.
Yes.
Okay.
Congratulations.
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 Ayan. Yes. I-message
To
na.
Jasmine, Akpal
Yes.
of Nine,
Guyabano.
Guyabano.
Yes. Just inform your
Congratulations.
teacher, ha, na ikaw yung nanalo, anak.
Yes.
50 pesos, ha?
Yeah, 50
Jasmine,
pesos.
you're really a keen
Okay.
observer.
Correct.
Okay, congratulations, Jasmine, Akpal of Nine, Guyabano.
Guyabano.
Okay, so
And then sa
you're going to
Processing.
receive a 50
Processing.
peso worth of load later. Okay? So,
Take
Yeah,
note,
okay.
my dear learners. We use would plus verb plus a plus simple past. It is common to use where in all forms of the verb be. Am, is, are, was, and be in the if clause, regardless of the subject. However, we limited the topic to present and real conditional type 1 using the pronoun I
I.
only.
Okay.
Because type 2, if you are going to use you. So, now, are there some more queries you would like to ask, my dear learners? Send them to your teacher via messenger. Interestingly, I can stop asking conversational questions to move on towards the end part of the topic, present and real conditional. Consider the following conversational questions posed on the screen. Number 1, kindly read, Ma'am Sue.
Number 1, if you could change one thing out your past, what would you change?
Ma'am She.
okay, for the second statement, what would you do if you knew this was your last day to be alive?
Oh my God. Pang Miss Universe.
Gandang tanong kay Ma'am Shea.
Yeah.
Ma'am Shea, pag tinanong ka, no, if you're going to die tomorrow, parang, diba, sir, parang ano yung pag
Tomorrow or today?
Oh, Ma'am Shea, sabi niya. Shirley, sabi niya, if you will die tomorrow, why not now?
Why not? No.
Joke lang.
Okay, joke.
Okay, of course, there will be lots of unending answers, my dear learners.
Yes.
But one thing is sure, conversation questions like these using present and real conditionals or the second conditional create creativity and imagination that may help you solve life problems and challenges. And so, in forming unreal conditional questions, we use if plus you plus simple past plus interrogative word plus would plus base form of the main verb. Thus, if you modals choose or could plus simple verb form, or if you plus simple past plus interrogative word, what, who, where, how, etc., plus would or could plus you plus simple verb form, we can reverse the close order. Consider the given questions. This time, I will be asking your pictures about conversational questions under unreal conditionals. Sir Dennis?
Yes, this is the first one. Sinaliksik talaga, no? If you follow the IATF safety protocols, what benefits would you get? So my answer is, siguro ganito. If I follow the IATF safety protocols, it will not only for my welfare, but for the welfare of others as well.
That's very nice
That's a
answer, Sir
benefit.
Dennis.
Yes.
That's realistic.
Number 2.
How about number 2 now, Ma'am She?
Okay, for the second question, who would you like to go on a date? If you could choose anyone. Okay,
That's
so
for-
how am I going to answer this type of question? So I may simply say, if I could choose anyone, I would like to go on a date with my crush.
Oh,
Okay, with my crush, Atom Araulio.
Ay, akala ko si Bentong! Akala ko si Bentong. Hindi ba si Bentong?
Again, okay, we may simply say, if I could choose anyone, I would like to go on a date with my crush, Atom Araulio.
Akala ko si Bentong.
Okay.
It's a free response, Teacher Dennis. That's free. The best, Atom.
So, pag walang choice, si Bentong. Okay.
And then, how about Ma'am Sue?
Okay, number 3 question is for me. Where would you go with Sir Dumont if you won free plane ticket good for 2 persons?
But no plane.
No.
No claim?
No.
So what's that?
Just ticket.
Just ticket. So, if I won free plane ticket good for 2 persons, I, with Sir Dumont, would go to the Holy Land, Israel, because I would like to see Via Dolorosa in Jerusalem.
It's a good place. It's a good place.
And the oh little town of Bethlehem. Like that. And Nazareth. Oh, like that.
Ay, yun sa Calvary.
Yeah.
Doon na dadali sa Calvary.
Yes,
Sa
yes,
Golgotha.
yes. Why not? That's Via Dolorosa. All the way to Calvary. Okay.
Now, you've got wonderful ideas, my dear colleagues. Of course, I also prepared 3 more questions as our evaluation of learning for our learners.
Yes.
Here's the mathematical skill.
No, mathematical skill. Sir
Ayan.
Dennis, you are very
Dennis
good in
left.
math.
Dennis left.
Of
Okay.
course.
Okay.
Sir Dennis,
Okay,
with the
here's
first
the
one.
Here's the first one. Here's the first question. Again lahat po naman na dito is worth 30 pesos.
30 pesos.
Low.
Kaswerte nung isa kanina.
50, right?
Yes, 50 pesos.
Okay, here's the number 1. If you could have 150,000 pesos salary amount and donate to me 15%, 15% to your church, how much would you give? Ayan ulitin natin. If you could have 150,000 pesos salary amount and donate 15% to your church, how much would you give? Is it A, 22,000, B, 22,200, or C, 22,500, or D, 22,800?
Which is which?
Yes, pag sa bahay yan, 10,000 na lang. Nakaltasan ng nanay ko. Okay. Key in your answer, guys! Yan, meron tayong mga sumagot na rito.
Okay.
Ang una, sige, basahin. Sabihin mo natin kung magkano. Basahin ko muna yung mga kwan. Si Jasmine Bautista Pal, sino ba basa?
Jasmine Bautista, Sir Dennis.
Who's the first one?
Ains Adrian P. Guya, C. Angeline Pineda, C. Sige. So, ano ba sagot?
Let's letter C.
The answer is letter C. So, sino po yung nauna?
22,500.
So, what's her name? Jasmine?
Sa letter C. Sin natin, mama, ha? Hindi natin kasi
Jasmine
natabayanan.
Bautista?
Nanalo na yata isa rito eh. Ma'am, ano pangalan?
Jasmine Bautista of what section?
Jasmine Bautista. Hindi, ma'am. Si ano?
Ah.
Nanalo na ito, ma'am eh.
So, who is our winner?
Sandali, ma'am. Titignan natin sandali. Kasi walang ano eh. Si...
Okay.
Letter C.
So, while waiting for Sir Dennis, we simply compute. We are going to get the 10% of 150, which is 15,000. And then the 5%, the remaining 5% would be the half of 15. Is 7,500, correct?
7,500, yes.
Ganun ako mag-compute. So, 10,000. I know, it's not.
Yes, 7,500.
15%. 15 plus 15,000 plus 7,500 equals 22,000.
That I know. 22,500.
Yes.
So, the correct answer is letter C.
Okay. Ang una rito ay si Ains Adrian P. Guya ng 9 Mendel.
9 Mendel. Okay, congratulations.
Kaya sabi ko, dito kasi kaya sabi ko, kaya sabi ko 10% na lang, wag mo 10%. Mas madali kwentahin.
Congratulations.
Okay, next.
Guya.
Mr. Guya.
Okay, next is the second question, which is now under the grammar skill.
Yes, grammar skill this time.
Okay, may we see Ma'am Sue kindly read the sentence.
Another 30 pesos worth of load.
Number 2. Okay, get your cell phone now. In the sentence, if I were a millionaire, I would help the needy. The clause emphasized in red text, that is, if I were a millionaire, is A, independent principal clause, or B, dependent subordinate clause. Again, in the sentence, if I were a millionaire, I would help the needy. The clause emphasized in red text, which is if I were a millionaire, is A, independent or principal clause, or letter B, dependent or subordinate clause. Do we have an answer now, Sir Dennis?
Yes, pero ito lang sagot.
Do we have already
If I were a millionaire.
Okay, letter B. Tama po ba?
Okay,
yes, letter B.
Yes.
Okay, meron tayo sa inyo pa naunang
The
sumagot.
subordinate conjunction E introduces the clause.
Yes.
From 8 Crimson. Oh, 8 Crimson. We
8
have Gerson Marinay. B ang sagot niya. 2B.
Gerson Marinay of 8
Crimson. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Anak, paki-message mo please message your
Gerson Marinay.
English teacher. Yan.
Yes. Don't forget to give your phone number to your teacher in English.
Yes. Okay, next.
Okay, for the third one.
Okay, go on, Ma'am Shea.
Okay.
For number 3.
B, the sentence constructed is real or unreal conditionals. We formulate sentences according to form.
Called.
Okay. So if you're going to construct real or unreal conditionals, what type of sentence are we applying? So you need to recall the types of sentences according to form or
or structure. Form or structure.
Form or
okay.
structure.
According to form or structure. So we have here the following. Again, if you are going to construct conditional statements, what type of sentence according to form are we going to use? So, mapapa-review tayo dito.
Yes.
Is it A, simple sentence? B, compound sentence? C, complex sentence? And letter D, compound complex sentence.
Type your answer now! Yan, nahanap tayo ng isa.
Again, A,
Titingin na
simple
po ako, ha?
sentence. B, compound sentence.
Pero walang number.
C, complex sentence. And letter D, compound complex sentence.
Oh, may nakasagot na ng tama pero wala siyang number, hindi niya nasunod
Don't forget
yung ano.
to type the item number.
Yes,
plus
item number
the letter
kailangan
of the
natin.
correct answer.
Item number. Item number,
number.
hinahanap namin ay item number. Wala na.
Okay,
Wala
marami
sa
ang
masagot.
nalilito ngayon. Okay.
May nakasagot pero wala siyang item number. Oh.
Key in your answer again.
Oh, sige lang, sige lang, sige
Yes,
lang.
yes, yes.
Sige lang, sige lang.
Okay, we're going to honor.
Okay! We have the lucky winner. Sa
the lucky
taga
winner?
9SPJ!
9SPJ!
Ang pangalan niya ay Lori Faye Orate. Ang sagot niya, C. Number 3, letter C.
Letter C, complex sentence.
Yes, Sir Vic, paano po ba naging complex sentence ang sagot?
Now, usually, complex sentences are formed by two simple sentences joined by subordinate conjunction. So, if is a subordinate conjunction, therefore, it is a complex sentence. And the independent clause is, in the sentence, if I were a millionaire, I would help the needy. I would help the needy is the independent clause, and if I were a millionaire is the dependent clause.
And we have there the subordinate
Conjunction
if.
Okay, so that's why it's called the complex sentence.
Okay, very good, Lori Faye Orate of 9
SPJ.
SPJ.
Okay.
Okay.
Yay.
You did a great job in our discussion today, my dear learners. Accept our warm congratulations.
Congratulations.
You were assessed while the discussion went on. Sir Dennis, kindly sum up our topic on present and real conditionals for our learners to remember.
Yes, so to summarize our topic for today, conditionals can be used in expressing a stand or an argument. Expressing an argument is helpful in presenting one's reasoning to change another person's point of view on a particular topic or issue. Conditionals may be helpful in persuading others to move or act and even change their thoughts. Remember that. Okay.
Okay, for your assignment, practice using present and real conditionals, more so in constructing conversational questions that will help you develop creativity and imagination. With this question as your assignment, my dear learners, send your answer to your teacher and this will be tackled next.
Yes.
By Ma'am Sue later on the next episode of the grade 9 English class, English live stream. What could your reaction be if the Department of Education would allow face-to-face classes on November 15? Your careful analysis will lead you to a deeper, helpful reason why until now we still implement distance learning. And that ends our discussion today. I hope that you had a wonderful moment with us. Let us have again your teachers in English from young ones, O-N-E-S, to young ones, O-N-C-E, including their names. Let's start from Teacher Shirley.
Okay, so thank you so much, our dear learners, for participating actively.
Okay, Teacher Dennis.
Yes, ako yung pinakabata. So, congratulations to all the winners and God bless.
I rank you according to the age. And then the last. And then Teacher Sue.
Okay, thank you very much for your active participation, dear learners. See you again next Thursday. Same time, of course, same station. That's the 106.3 Dance Radio, where learning is
amazing! Yeah.
And of course, I am Teacher Vicente. Stay tuned for the next episode, which is about communicative styles. Keep safe, everyone. Remember, life is so short. So Dalai Lama said, the purpose of our lives is to be happy.
It's so nice to be happy.
Yes, kita yun. At yun, meron kami announcement lang ha, November 5 bukas. November 5 yung RBI? Anong RBI? Yung RBI bukas, alas 8 po ha, Filipino grade 8. And 9:30 ha, bukas po, Mathematics grade 8. Mag-umpisa po sila ng 9:30 bukas po yan. At ang election po natin, alas 8 hanggang alas 9, grade 7 po yan. 9 to 10 naman po ay grade 10. 10 to 11, grade 9, at 11 to 12, grade 8. Ayan. So, thank you very much, guys, for listening. At sana ang tabayanan po niyo susunod po ay balita namin. Thank you.
Okay, see you again next week.
Facts and information. Today's learning for you normal with capable teachers whose heart and soul are divine. Delivered knowledge inside your home through 106.3 Dance Radio. Fully dedicated to serve the public in tribute to education, reproduce of radio-based instruction. We are pleased to deliver the utmost aim of education. Only here on 106.3 DWDR-FM. Ito ang 106.3 Dance Radio. Dance Radio.
Prepare yourself.
Ang silid-aralan sa radyo, hatid namin ay makabagong paraan ng pagtuturo at kaalaman. Mapaumaga, tanghali o hapon man yan, ang istasyong magbibigay impormasyon kahit saan man.
Alright, here we go.
106.3 Dance Radio. Doña Aurora National High School, Santa Rita, Aurora, Isabela.
This
106.3 DWDR-FM.